What's up, KS Kids? So today we have a special guest team. I have one of my personal friends, Taylor, who is a great team builder. He came up with this team and had really good success on ladder. We have Weavile featuring in this team with a Delphox Swampert combination. So you're very much only bringing one or the other. And in a few instances, he did mention that non-Mega Swampert does very well under Trick Room. You do have the Imprison on Farigiraf to prevent those hard Trick Room teams. Of course, Weavile is very, very good on lead. You have Fake Out, you have Icicle Crash for the Garchomps, you got Knockoff for those pesky Sinistras, you got Low Kick for the King Gambits, and you have the fastest Fake Out in the game. So whether you're going up against a Sneasler, Incineroar on lead, you can Fake Out the Fake Out user, and on top of that you have Farigiraf to aid with those priorities. Of course, the Rain Core here, you have Archaludon, Swampert, and Pelipper, but the nice tech here is that Archaludon has the Chapel Berry to help with those, Staraptor leads that want to close combat. You have a lot of those Tyrannotars with low kick, etc. So it helps very nicely against Sneasler too, because they cannot poison touch you unless they go close combat, but you will survive that for sure. And then of course the Aura Sphere, which is a very nice tech for the mirror. Something to note is that Swampert is not Ice Punch. So because we have the Weavile to counter the Garchomps, it is very nice to have a ground type attack that's single target and you're not going to hurt your partners like Archaludon or Weavile. You don't want to hurt them. You can still do Earth Power next to Pelipper as people are used to, and then of course the Energy Ball on Farigiraf will snipe off some of the opposing Swamperts. But something to note is that this Delphox, once you get one Nasty Plot, you are pretty much chunking everything, one or two shotting pretty much anything in the meta. Looking at the spreads, you do want to be the fastest Delphox, and after one Nasty Plot, man, it's nasty. Like, no pun intended, but it is. My hope here is that we get to show off both modes, the Rain and the Delphox, but of course it's gonna depend on what we face. The Weavile, of course, it's max with the Sash. Pelipper does a lot of damage with the Life Orb, so those Sinistras, those opposing Staraptors don't have a good time against it. So let's go into the ladder and hopefully we get some good games. Alright, we got our first match. We have our Sneasel for good luck. And yeah, sure enough, we go up against a Sneasler, a Garchomp, and a Sceptile, who is also very weak to ice. The bad news is that I can see Rotom discharge, and then this Sceptile is going to build up. So how do we counter this? It would have been nice to have Ice Punch here, to be honest. What I'm also thinking about is Fake Out Trick Room, since they have a very fast-paced team. And once we have Trick Room up, we can take advantage of oh, we don't have a dragon move. Very interesting here. I think Delphox And non-Mega Swampert is good here for the Aegislash. We need ground coverage. Okay, I'm not used to seeing that kind of team, but in general, we want ground move and we want to be able to hit. Okay, that's good. What do we do here? I am more afraid of the Samurott than the Sneasler, to be honest. And these Samurotts are sash very often. So let's Trick Room here. We break the sash. They try to fake out. No, homie, sorry. Okay, so do we preserve our Weavile? I think we do. Bring in Swampert. Energy Ball. Samurott, because Swampert can still take care of the Sneasler. I want to clear the path so that Delphox can come in and sweep after Trick Room is over. Sneasler protects, that's very good. They were probably expecting a Psychic. Didn't KO. Sacred Sword, okay. So, do I want to hit myself here? What do we expect in the back? I don't want a high horsepower. This? And this? Okay. Rotom maybe? Yeah, probably expecting a ground move. I'm guessing that's a Scarf Rotom though. Goodbye, Sneasler. What now? Samurott? Yep. I think Wave Crash. Do they protect? Yeah, I called it, but I still wanted to check. I don't want to give them that chance. I don't see Rotom doing very much here. Yeah. So at this point, Swampert did its job. He goes down next turn, that's fine. I guess we can just double. Split it up like that. Because we have Delphox in the back, now we look very good. And we avoided Sceptile getting any boost. We miss. It's not a KO though. Oh well. It returns to normal, but we have Weavile. So they don't have priority, and they're very likely going for Ridge, right? So we can low kick here. They're both faster than us, though. The fake out seems kind of obvious. But I'm still going for it. Oh! 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 They don't know we have Delphox in the back. Alright. I don't know if I played this sloppy, but here we are. Do we risk the Icicle Crash, or do we just knock off? I think we just knock off here. And we have... Let's just not miss here. Alright. Dragon Pulse, Weavile. We survive. There you go. GG's. Locks it in. GG's legal. Alright, so we are going up against an opposing Farigiraf with Milo, King Gambit, a potential Mega Blaziken. Yeah, I think that's the only Mega on their team. And then their weather control is the Ninetales Alola. They're very anti-intimidate. But I think, in general, we want Trick Room. Right? So, Weavile on lead. They do have Farigiraf, but we can still low kick, we can still Icicle Crash the Whimsicott, we can knock off the Farigiraf, and I think we try to... Delphox is really good here, to be honest. If we get rid of the Milo, and we can bait a physical attack here. Do we start with Archaludon, Pelipper in the back, and Delphox? We don't bring Farigiraf. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully I do this team justice. Blaziken, King Gambit. Okay, so here we knock. Do we double? Because I feel like Blaziken protects to get a speed boost here. I think we go for it. Oh! Well, they were expecting a fake out, so I'm guessing that Blaziken goes in here. Okay. Did a little bit of damage. There's a close combat. We live. You drop your defense. You raise our defense. Okay. Just a little bit of damage to the Farige. So we are in a predicament. Blaziken dropped its stats, and low kick is my highest damage output. There's no way that there's no way you Trick Room here. Do I just protect? You don't Trick Room here. There's no way. Rock Slide? Huh. So they called that. Okay. I think we're in trouble here. We just protected Archaludon. So I think our best bet is to Weather Ball, just in case they bring in Ninetales from the back. I don't want to risk missing. And we bring in Delphox for the close combat. Okay, we baited the close combat. That was a lot of damage. Alright, we finally get a kill. Come on. Hyper Voice. Man. So we called turn 1 wrong. That's on us. That's 100% on us. Of course we bring out King Gambit. This is not looking good. We don't know their fourth. That's the thing too. Yeah, they called us out. They called us out. I think this is GG's. What could we have done better? I don't know if they're calling the protect here. Probably are. Do we just risk it for the biscuit? They saw Aura Sphere earlier, right? There's no way we win, I don't think. Yeah, they protect. Trick Room? No, they Hyper Voice. Okay. They're giving us an out. Potentially. We Nasty Plot to avoid the Sucker Punch. And then we're faster. But if they sucker the Archaludon, they're still They're still kicking our butt. And then the hyper voice. We danced around it for a little bit, but yeah, I don't see it. They still have a whole mon in the back. I'm surprised they didn't triple it. Yeah. Well, we lost. GG's. They called us out on that turn 1. So, good game. We are battling Nis. This is a very popular team right now with Mega Frostlass. Let's see. You have a lot of offense, and the Scovillain, we want to avoid burning. I think Weavile on lead is great. We can fake out, we can knock off the Frostlass, we can knock off the Basque Legion, low kick King Gambit or Lycanroc, and Delphox looks good here too, minus the Lycanroc. So we can probably lead Delphox to scare Sneasler as well. And for Ridge, for the Sucker Punch, I like Archaludon, but I also like Pelipper. I think we bring Pelipper here. I shied away from Swampert because of the Scovillain. And I feel like weather control is important if they do use Frostlass. So okay, King Gambit, Scovillain. Let's keep it simple here. We're gonna fake out King Gambit, and we're gonna Nasty Plot. And next turn, we got Farigiraf in the back. Switch it in so we prevent Sucker Punch, and we have a +2 Heat Wave that's gonna hurt both of them. So that's my line, and I'm gonna stick to it. Yep, they're trying to burn. Mega Scovillain looks very cool. It's one of my favorite megas. Alright, King Gambit, we prevented. We got our Nasty Plot. Fire Spin. Okay, we avoided. That could have been bad. So RNG did in fact bail us out. So let's go ahead and Heat Wave. No Sucker Punch. There we go. There we go. Now we're in the groove. Now we're in the groove. Doesn't knock out Scovillain, but we got rid of King Gambit. Fire Spin, okay. We're +2. We're chilling. Who do you have in the back? Basque Legion. So, are we trapped? Let's go ahead and I want an Energy Ball. Do you Rage Powder here? Are you Scarf? Oh, Last respects. Okay, they're chipped. What we want to do now, because this Skull Villain is starting to ramp up, let's Psychic Noise the Skull Villain. What happened to my communication? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Did we lose our signal? Come on. Is it my signal? Okay. Psychic Noise here. And then last respects. If we lose Pelipper, is it really bad? Let's bring in Weavile. Weavile allows us to fake out the Skull Villain and Energy Ball the Basque Legion again. I don't want to reveal Pelipper right now. Okay, we switch. They protect. We could have Energy Ball there. We could have Energy Ball there. It's Life Orb. So what we do now, we Energy Ball. Do we knock off instead? They didn't Rage Powder before. Icicle Crash. Energy Ball. Icicle Crash. They just protected, right? We're getting burned. Do they take the kill on the Farigiraf? Wave Crash. Okay, that's not what I wanted to see. But their Basque Legion is getting very low. Okay. We have a situation. Does Psychic pick up Skull Villain here? Because I can Heat Wave, knock off, in case of no Rage Powder, it still picks it up. Okay, that's why I knocked off on the Basque Legion. Jesus Christ! That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay. Who do they have in the back? Our Weavile's on a timer here. Lycanroc. I don't like that. So they're gonna take a fast KO here. They either KO Weavile, expecting me to protect, or they KO with Lycanroc, the Delphox, and then I can get something. I can break the sash at least. This is rough. Yeah. They were expecting the protect here. Oh, we killed Scovillain. That was a good crit. I don't think I killed without that. That was good. That was good. So he can excel rock slide. Alright, let's cross our fingers here. Let's cross our fingers here. Cell Rock. We survive. We locked it in. We locked it in. Delphox coming in clutch. Who would have guessed? Delphox in the rain. Still. That was a great finish. That was a great finish. We closed it in. GG's. Alright, for our final, we have Annihilate with Mouse Hold. Sinistra in Incineroar for a potential fake out in the Trick Room. They have Weather Control with Tyranitar. And they have Metagross. I don't like Delphox here. It doesn't hit Incineroar. It's not good against Tyranitar. It's good against everything else, but it's not good against those two. However, Archaludon does hit those two specifically. I like Swampert minus the Sinistra. So, let's see. Do we can start with Weavile. Do we just Trick Room here? Because Psychic Noise is still going to take care of the ape. I think this right here. No Mega? Do we dare go with no Mega? Alright, let's try it out. Let's try it out. No Mega. We got that Chople, so it makes me feel a little bit more confident going against the ape. Okay. So we do get an Intimidate against our Weavile. We can fake out Incineroar. Trick Room. Let's go for it. Whoa. Tyranitar, okay. So that's a free Trick Room. Unfortunately, they do break our sash. I think we save our weather in the back in case it's a mega. We can start chipping it. We save our fake out, and hopefully they don't low kick us. Yeah, mega. Okay. I'm glad I didn't switch Pelipper in. But now Aura Sphere goes kind of crazy here. Flare Blitz. That's damage. That's definitely damage. Okay. We did lose our Farigiraf. Do they leave it in or do they swap? Who would they swap for? They have the ape. I'm afraid of Aura Sphering here, because if they swap to the ape, so let's just do this. If they switch, they switch. But if they allow me to take 2 KOs, Sinistra, okay, yeah. I should have probably electroshotted here. That was smart. Should have thought about that. Anytime they have these Sinistra teams, they do a lot of pivoting, and I missed it. How many turns of Trick Room do we have? 2. We can protect. Actually, no. So, what I want to do here... They're not threatening damage. I can protect. Yeah, they're saving. So there's no mouse. At least we know that, right? But they keep stacking up my boosts. Burn's not good. Do we risk... Are we gonna risk a raw hurricane here? I almost want to, but we're very behind. Like, if I switch out Pelipper, it's pretty telegraphed, right? Like, we're very behind. Okay. We're back to neutral because we were -1. There's the Drain Punch. And our Pelipper is faster than the ape. We hit! This got rid of the Sinistra. Alright. That's very good. Very, very good. Huh. We're back to normal. I can't believe we hit that rock. Okay. Do we go for the Aura Sphere here? I feel like we play defensive. We go back to Weavile. Rock Slide. Not good. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's definitely a tough one. Okay, so I feel like he has to switch Tyranitar out into Incineroar so we can take advantage to Electro Shot here. Here. And we can either Hurricane the Ape. I know that my Pelipper is faster. Or we can Tailwind if we think they're going to protect. But I feel like even if he protects and switches in Incineroar, I can protect the following turn to burn the Fake Out. Oh, low kick. Hold up. Do we pick up? We pick up. We lock in Rain. Let's go, Pelipper. Life Orb Pelipper. I'm a believer. If you were not a believer, this is why. Not only did we hit that raw Hurricane in the sand, but it one-shots the Annihilate. Pelipper the GOAT. Now we're +1. Look at that. Okay, so scenario. We are burned with Archaludon. Like, we are burned. And they can Fake Out Rock Slide. We have to attack either way. Like, we have to. I think we protect here for the Fake Out Rock Slide play. There's no point in protecting the Archaludon because we were dying to the burn anyway. Knockoff, okay. Are they protecting the Tyranitar? Maybe? We need to hit this. Oh, he's faster. Were we speed tying all this time? I was pretty certain that our Pelipper was faster, but I guess not. Alright, so we went and we tried the team out, and I feel like, of course, The original creator would pilot it much better than I did. And even though I did a couple practice matches on casual, some of the stuff that you see, you can't be prepared for it. Like, it just comes at you full force, like that Sceptile team. And you have to adjust on the fly. I think part of some of the things that I made a mistake on was I misjudged some of the speeds. For example, Pelipper, I was convinced and I was playing as if I was faster than the Mega Tyranitar, and I wasn't. So I wasn't sure if we were speed tying and if I really did make a misjudgment there. I have to say the Energy Ball tech did come in handy. We did use it a lot. We didn't get to showcase the Mega Swampert, but we did use Swampert. So it is useful even without the Mega. So in Trick Room, it came in very clutch. It's not the fastest Pokemon. Weavile on lead is phenomenal. You have the best fake out support. We didn't get to showcase the Garchomp matches, but what we did face, it came in very handy. So I feel like just get some practice in if you do use the team and get to know, you know, how they work with each other and synergize. Get familiar with the speeds. Again, our Pelipper outsped the Annihilate and one-shot it. This Pelipper is crazy. We did hit a Hurricane in the Sandstorm, so Pelipper is phenomenal here. I'm not saying you're gonna land him, but in this showcase, he was amazing. That's all I really have, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And if there's a specific mon that you want to see in the future, comment it below. I look forward to seeing responses, and thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.